Alexia, how are you today? We are talking about my penguin friend.
Very good, thank you. We are getting into spring in Argentina, so I'm very happy.
Listen, you made me dehydrated with this movie. You don't know how much I cried watching this film. And I don't admit that I cry in public often. This is one of the rare times I'm going to admit it.
Yeah, I cried too.
Yeah. You get to work. They always tell you don't work with animals, but it looked like everybody had a good time with the penguin, especially Jean Reno.
Yes, because we have people who prepare them, who touch them. So when we got in touch with them, they knew what they have to do, and we knew what to ask them. So it was easy enough.
Now, you get to play Adriana in the film, one of the scientists that's been tracking the penguins. What's it like to actually sit there and, you don't have every scene with the animal the way Jean does, but, you get to be a part of this story that's based on a true story. And, it's very emotional that this man who's been almost in a coma, for 10, 15 years, now finally coming out of it and walking around and regaining his life.
Yes. Yes, it's what I like about the movie, because the movie speaks about friendship, loneliness, bonds. It gives hope, and really that it's based on a real story. It gave us more courage, more willing to play it.
Did you talk to the real man himself and his wife after their tragedy and dealing with the penguin? Like, was there interaction with the real people that you're portraying?
Yeah, I couldn't meet him, and when I was in Brazil, I met him in LA when I was at the premiere. He was there, and he was so happy. And really, when you see that man, you can see how special he is. His kindness, his
Did he bring the
time,
penguin with him?
his patience, his the bright in his eye. I wish I could have known him before in Brazil, but we didn't have the chance.
The fact that this bird moves from the Arctic into, a humid country. Brazil is not a cold place. It doesn't have the right climate for a penguin, and it was still able to make it there. This almost feels like a gift from God to help Jean's character.
Yes. The thing is that I learned just studying for the movie that from Argentina, I thought, why he's going so up north? In Brazil, our penguins from the south of Argentina, from Patagonia, I felt it was miles away. And they told me that they go and normally they stay in the water, but they go to land when they have something that is not working well, when they are in trouble. So when they land in Brazil, is because they are in trouble.
Wow. So two people being, a bird and a man being in trouble are able to find each other and help each other out in this situation.
Yes, it's true what you say.
Yeah. I love the story so much because, when you lose somebody close to you, like I lost my father 15 years ago, but it's still, on his birthday and when he passed away, you still remember and you still feel it. And so for them to come out of it the way they did in the movie, and I hope, very close to it in real life, it's opening for everybody that's been through this tragedy.
Yes. It's just that you have a way to keep going, and the answer is in another human or animal, in another being, and the bounds that you can make, like caring, because what Joao did, he did what he felt he had to do. Just what happened after that, it's just a present for him. It's not that he was looking for that. He did what he felt he had to do, and his reward was much more bigger.
And Adriana Barraza, her character of Maria, sticking with him through the tragedy, because when you lose a child, it can either pull you together or it can break you apart. and for them to stay together and be one family and a unit and still supporting each other through the loss, in real life that's also significant, but in the movie, when she gets her husband back, it's still very emotional.
Yes, yes, it's what you say is just, it's totally true, because she stands, she's still there, but he's not there. She's trying to keep going and being there, but he's not there. And she starts to recover him, and the whole community recover him, because he changed. Yes, he changed the energy. He changes everything. He starts just to keep in contact with his old friends. I think losing a child, it's something, I think it's if you are, a father, mother, I think it's one of our fears, biggest fears. And having a movie that tells you keep going, you still have a light there,
And God forbid that happens to anybody.
Yeah.
The movie, you filmed it in Brazil. You're from Argentina. It's not that far away from home for you. How exciting is it to still be relatively close to home, but a completely different culture and engulfing yourself in it while making a film?
Yes, it was very nice being able to be, I was 1,800 kilometers away from where I was born, but I felt at home because it's both places are in Patagonia. I was born in the south of Patagonia, and we shot the movie at the north, up north in Patagonia. So I felt I am a Patagonic actress, So, so I was at home.
So it's right there for you. It's like you can go visit your mom after the shoot, and everything's okay.
It was for me. The movie was. I truly think that this character Adriana and this movie, it was for me.
Well, you do a wonderful job as Adriana. I mean, we're giving the backstory of Maria and João, and how it works. But you play one of the scientists, and even your amazement and your reaction as a performer, it almost felt as well. It did actually feel that you are really discovering the penguin going to Brazil, and are your own amazement that it made it there.
Yes, yes. When I read the script and I read that, I thought, okay, this happens in real life. This doesn't. So I got in touch with a lot of the scientists, biologists, and that they really work with penguins. And the answer was just they go to Brazil, but probably not so up in Brazil. And normally they don't go to land. So I was thinking, what is he doing there?
Yeah. Did you ever find a pet that was a stray similar to DinDim, and you kept it yourself?
No. But when I was a child, a teenager, I saw a penguin walking in the streets in another town, not my town. We went there dancing. We used to go to the town that it was nearby to go to the disco. We were teenagers, and we went off to the disco. We were just walking 3 a.m. and there was a penguin there, but no one took care of him. We let him be. So we think he went down. They are very curious, They went a little bit around that town and they say, okay, time to go again. And then we suppose he went again to the sea.
Or he went to the disco.
Oh, yeah, probably. I left and he went in.
The only place I've ever seen a penguin close by was at SeaWorld in San Diego. So that's my only point of reference with with
can
penguins.
you believe that for me, just having been with penguins around, it's so normal. It's just where I was born, half an hour away, we had a place where they live. So when I was a child, I used to go there and see them. So when they told me, I wasn't as surprised, great. I was more surprised to being able to work with Jean Reno and Adriana Barraza than with the penguin.
Sometimes that's the way it works out. But Alexia, my penguin friend is coming to VOD and home video. Why do we need to watch this movie, at home instead of in the theater, and just to be there as part of the film?
Yes, we need to see it because it really can make our hearts beat in a different way, and really about sharing it. I think we have to share the movie. We have to see it with kids, with cousins, with friends. We have to, and being able to cry all together and to be happy all together and to trust in friendship all together.
Alexia, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I freely admit I actually cried with my penguin friend, and thank you for such a wonderful film and a wonderful time with you.
Thank you. It was a wonderful interview. Very funny.